You stop the play. You want to run extra, we can figure it out after practice. Yes, coach. Right. Yes, coach. What's harder, the Army or football? Coach, this is the Army. Assistant Coach Devins laughed. That's the best answer I've ever heard. But I wasn't sucking up. I meant what I said. I loved this. Shiratori looked at his watch. Right. We gotta wrap it up for the morning. Get on the goal line. Time for conditioning. Some of the freshmen groaned quietly, but us senior and junior guys cheered like running was the best possible thing. That's how Coach liked it. Complain about it? Run longer. Yell and cheer for more, what Sweeney called faking the funk. Coach would let us go earlier. Maybe. Coach put us on Idaho drills, sprint 50 yards, drop down to do 10 push-ups, bear crawl on hands and feet to our right for about 20 yards, and then sprint back to the goal line. 5 rotations. They were killer, even though I was in awesome shape. Cal puked. He always puked. That's how hard he pushed himself. An animal, that guy. Coach let us go after his usual end-of-morning practice lecture. Drink lots of water, be on time for the evening practice, don't do anything stupid. Our cleats thudded and scraped on the sidewalk back to the locker room. The light breeze felt good on my sweat-soaked shirt. Good thing this was our last 2 a day. I needed this coming weekend. Cal elbowed me. The Army issue you new moves this summer? He rubbed a bruise that wrapped from his big bicep to his stacked tricep. What do you think you're doing showing up the starting defense like that? Riccone, who says you're starting defense, you slow bastard? Sweeney smiled. Sweeney, you little bitch, I'll crush you. Cal dropped his pads and locked his hands over his cut belly, flexing the huge traps in his shoulders. Sweeney grinned and then pretended to yawn. Cal picked up his pads. Seriously, though, right, he said. Nice moves, especially burning TJ. The guy looked pissed. Good, I said. I had no patience for TJ. The guy was an asshole, and I knew for a fact that he had tried to put the moves on my Joe Bell backstage at last year's spring play. He's not coming tonight, is he? Sweeney looked around. Dude, chill. I told everybody that I've got no action tonight. We gotta do something, Cal said. This is the last weekend of summer, the last summer before senior year. Yeah, no kidding, I said. We always partied the last weekend before school. Plus, I'd just spent a miserable 2 months at Fort Leonard Wood down in Missouri at basic training for the Army National Guard. I needed to relax. Sweeney pulled me and Cal off to the side and spoke quietly. My mom and dad took the ski boat down to Coeur d'Alene. I got the keys to the pontoon. I told everybody there was nothing going on, so we can take a small group out on the boat after practice tonight. Jet ski, too. Grill some steaks, throw back some beers. I'm in, Cal said. Yeah, I said. I'll be out later. I gotta check in with Mom after practice. Cal sighed. Come on, man. Really? Can't you? Shut up, I said. We'd been over this 1,000 times. Mom had this thing, like a kind of panic attack she'd get sometimes. She didn't like her routine interrupted, and it wouldn't be good if I wasn't there to greet her when she got home. Cal didn't know how bad she could freak out because only Joe Bell and Sweeney had witnessed it. But he should have been used to the drill by now. We stowed our gear in the locker room and went out to the parking lot. Anyway, Sweeney said, give me a call when you get to the lake, and I'll pick you up on the jet ski. He elbowed Cal. You need a ride right now? Nah, I'm good. Got my motorcycle. I have to get to work. A lot of tourists on the lake. They'll be wanting to rent every kayak and paddle boat we got. I'm hoping these hot blonde twins come back. He cupped his hands in the air. You know, the ones that got great, twins? Sweeney laughed. Sounds good. I might have to bring my jet ski over that way today. Sweeney's parents had struggled for years to have kids of their own. Finally, they adopted Sweeney from Korea as a baby. They must never have gotten over how happy they were to have him because they bought him all the best stuff. Cal took off and Sweeney looked over my shoulder. Hey, Timmy, he shouted at Tim Macer behind us. You still need a ride? The kid nodded. You're with us in the Beast, hurry up. The Beast was my awesome cherry red 1991 Chevy Blazer. She was way older than I was, but I'd spent a ton of money and worked my ass off to get her fixed up good as new. Better than new. With a 4-inch lift kit and the 36-inch Super Swamper tires,